To dismantle the Department of Education is getting an F for many education advocates across the country.
It could mean a loss of funds for school districts. Antoine Lewis joins us now from the newsroom with more on the local impact here. Antoine?
Well, Steve and Natasha, the president called the department wasteful and a con job, his words. But many are pushing back, calling his action political theater, with the nation's most vulnerable caught in the middle.
These were folks who never stepped foot, not one day, in a classroom, that are making decisions for educators and families and students.
Rita Joseph, a former teacher and chair of the New York City Council's Education Committee, reacts to the news out of D.C. On Thursday, the president signed an executive order aimed at dismantling the U.S. Department of Education. Education advocates are outraged as federal funding helps many states, including New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey, close the achievement gap between rich and poor students, provide meal programs, as well as funding for students with disabilities. For New York City schools, it means a loss of about $2 billion a year.
Whether it's high quality education for all students, our marginalized students who are students in temporary housing, students with disabilities, English language learners.
Dr. Joseph Ricca, superintendent of the White Plains City School District, says the concerns expressed by his parents hit close to home.
We need to make sure that the IDEA funds, that the title funds, that all of the services and supports that are supporting children across the continuum, that they remain in place.
Despite his action, Trump doesn't have the authority to eliminate the Department of Education. Only Congress can do that, which is why Joseph is among the stakeholders encouraging families with students to reach out to their D.C. lawmakers.
So we know the impact is real. Now city and state has to sit and figure out, how do we plug this hole in with a $2 billion loss?
I can't imagine that any elected official anywhere in the country would ever want to take lunch away from an American child. That just is unconscionable.
Now, Dr. Ricca says that White Plains PTA, along with several PTAs, will hold a Day of Advocacy rally on Monday to encourage them to protect the programs, lawmakers that is, to protect the programs that support the children in Metro New York as well as across the country. Natasha?
All right, Antoine, thank you.